Good morning. Hello, hello, hello. I am trying something new and recording on my computer. This computer is a little bit old and broken, so we'll see how this works. It's interesting because I can see myself and it's kind of lagged, so I'll try not to look at myself, which, if you know me, it's kind of a hard thing to do. Just kidding. But anyway, I just kind of wanted to, I'm doing this in the morning, which is different for me, but I was super inspired by rewatching my video last night about the concept of spiritual awakening and what does that mean. I now consider myself to be a spiritual gangster. I have connected to my spirituality, and it's something that has kept me so rooted. And when I say spirituality, what I mean by that is belief. Belief in something bigger than myself. Belief in who I am. Belief in what my purpose is. I believe that each and every one of us has our own set of belief systems. We all believe in something, and it doesn't have to encompass a religion or anything. You could believe in money, you can believe in the stars, you can believe in God, you can believe in Jesus Christ, you can believe in all sorts of different religions, and I feel that religions are a tool to connect us to that spirituality, that power that's bigger than ourselves. And it even encompasses, for me, the belief in love, as a power, as a force, as a feeling, as an emotion. Like love, I feel like is something that's really just difficult to wrap around. It's not something we see. Love is not something that's right in front of us. We feel it by actions, by ourselves, from other people. It's what it creates, an emotion that creates us to feel a certain way, but we can't see it. You can't look at it. Oh, this is love. Yep, this is what it looks like. It's that unknown but known deep down inside of us, and we all are. How do I explain and show? Oh, let's see. Okay, sorry, my computer screen went black. How do we show this, or how do we explain it? And that's what I mean about belief and spirituality. And when I awoke to believing that there was something bigger than me, something more than just this body, was when I really connected to who I was and the unconditional love that I have for myself and everybody. Yeah. Before, I believed in money. I believed that money could make me happy. I believed that it provided freedom, it provided all these things, and I was fixated on a number. So we all have these beliefs in ourselves, but to have this spiritual awakening and be a spiritual person is that I have a belief in something that's bigger than me, a force, a power, the universe, God, whatever you call it. We all are connected in some way, shape, or form. I have this knowing that that's truth for me, and it's ever evolving because this is so brand new for me. I was closed off to spirituality years ago. It's just not something I've ever been really connected with. I've always had this knowing, and like this part of me that wouldn't accept that when I die, and there's nothing else that happens, or that this life is meaningless. But but there was a part of me that was so neuroscience based because of my background in therapy and dealing with neuro rehab that I allowed myself to believe that it was just the firings of neurons and the nervous system and perception within the mind, and which I still do, but there's a huge spiritual component to that. There's a huge divine intelligence that I connected spirituality and then this whole God theory, this chaos theory, this unexplainable, not even science can articulate. And it's that unknown, that unseen power that makes me believe in something bigger than myself. And I feel extremely connected to that source, to that power, because it's within me. I don't usually like to use the word God, but it's something that over this last course of awakening that I've finally been able to use, because I cut all the baggage and fixed beliefs that I had about that word. Growing up, God was like this big Zeus theory in the sky who judges you. You're wrong, you're right, you're going to heaven, you're going to hell, and the fear of God, that's not, for me, that doesn't resonate. And so when I was able to look at that theory of this divine power, this higher power in terms that resonated with me, I was able to accept that term and realize that each and every person has their own perception of what that high power is, what that God is, what that universe is, and it's what works for us and our beliefs and our perceptions based on our experiences. Nobody's right or wrong in their beliefs. It's the unknown. Nobody knows. But there is something that I feel we sense deep down inside for those especially who become awakened to their spiritual being and their spiritual self. And for me, it's like an energy thing. It's this undoubted energy, and it's beautiful. And now that I'm connected to what that is, like, there's no turning back to the life I had before I knew, before I remembered who I was. Connecting to that inner child. Kids are so connected to those little spiritual beings. I feel like they're just always running around playing, and they're so sensitive to energy. They're so sensitive to their little self's curiosity. Like, we were all that way, we are that way, but the world put us in this box, and so to break free of that box and connect to and remember who you are has been my spiritual awakening, and it's an awesome journey. It's only been since August that I've walked into this realm of perspective and consciousness, and yeah, so we'll end on that note. I gotta go to the gym. Sorry, Jace, I might be a little bit late. Okay, bye.